Hearty welcome to all of you for this interesting session of a certificate course in Konkani proficiency. Myself, Dr. Ajay Pawar, and in last sessions we have learned about formation of words with respect to noun and nouns and genders. So in this session, we'll be dealing with pronoun, that is sarvanam. In almost all the Indian languages, it is known as sarvanam. So friends, in this introduction to Konkani words, the formation of Konkani words and its meaning. So already we have done with naam, that is noun, and now we'll be looking for pronoun, sarvanam. There are five major types of pronouns, and they are in Konkani: Purush Sarvanam, Darshak Sarvanam, Sambandhi Sarvanam, Prashnarthi Sarvanam, and Atmavachak Sarvanam. These are major five different types in the pronoun category in Konkani. The first one, Purush Sarvanam, basically deals with the first person, second person, and third person pronouns. Darshak Sarvanam, as the name goes, Darshan, Darshak, which points out to certain things. So this pronoun will be pointing out to certain things. So that is the Darshak Sarvanam. The third major component of this pronoun category is Sambandhi Sarvanam. That is, it will be speaking more about the relative part of it. So, with respect to relation, with respect to relative concept, this pronoun deals, and hence it is known as Sambandhi Sarvanam. Next one is Prashnarthi Sarvanam. Of course, the Prashnarthi everyone knows, at least in Indian languages. They all know the actual meaning of Prashna. Prashna, Arthi, these two words have clubbed together, and Prashnarthi word is coined. Prashnarthi Sarvanam, that is dealing with the questions. This pronoun is basically associated with the questioning part. And the last but not least, it is Atmavachak Sarvanam. Atma is self. So it deals with self. It deals with me, I, the I within. So Atmavachak Sarvanam. These are five major types of pronouns: Sarvanam, Purush Sarvanam, Darshak Sarvanam, Sambandhi Sarvanam, Prashnarthi Sarvanam, and Atmavachak Sarvanam. Purush Sarvanam, here you must be seeing a chart designed explaining the different types of Purush Sarvanam. There are basically 6 sections with respect to Purush Sarvanam and with respect to Purush Ling, Striling, and Aling. Here you will be able to see, which I am circling here, how. This refers to I. In English we say I, so in Konkani it is how. In another session we had discussed about the etymology of this word how. It is derived from aham, from Sanskrit. So it is how, me, I. It is in first person, and again it is singular. Singular means ekvachan and plural means bahuvachan. In Hindi it is called as bahuvachan. In Konkani it is known as bahuvachan. Bahu means multiple and ek is singular. So the Purush Ling in Purush Sarvanam category, how is dealing with ekvachan. How. When I am alone, I will say how. When the number is increased, then it becomes, in English it becomes as we. In Konkani it will be ami. So here it is I, and here it is we, ami. That is the plural part. The singular part is how. Both are types of Purush Sarvanam. So if it is Purush Ling, then it is ekvachan is how, and bahuvachan, that is plural, is ami. If it is to be pronounced by any lady, striling, then again there is no difference as such. She also will say call as how, and if there are more ladies, then they will say ami. So there is no much difference. Then how we will come to know this sentence is pronounced by with respect to gender, feminine or masculine, by gentlemen or ladies. So that depends on the type of verb we use at the end of the sentence, that we will be dealing in another sessions, where we will be dealing in detail with respect to verb category, that is kriya pad. Almost the actual meaning with respect to the gender part, and with respect to the plurality, the vachan part, it almost gets reflected in the form of the verb. So the verb plays a major role in the framing of the sentences, that is syntax. We will be dealing it in the next sessions. And if this is to be pronounced by aling, so while teaching students, we explain them as if you imagine that you are a boy and you call yourself how. Imagine that you are a girl and then you call yourself as how again. And if it is plural, then ami. What about a ling? So we tell them, you imagine any example which is a lingi. For this instance, we'll take rook, that means or zhad, te zhad. So zhad word is alingi. So you imagine yourself as zhad. Then how that zhad will talk about self? So again it will say that how. So that's why here alingi also is how, ekvachan. And if there are more trees, then also we have enacted as trees in our school gatherings. So if we are 4 or 5 trees, then also we will say that ami. So hence, if it is aling also, the form remains same, how and ami. So purush sarvanam, if it is purush lingi, strilingi or alingi, it remains how in poilo purush, and it remains ami in poilo purush, respectively ekvachan and bahuvachan. May it be singular or plural, it remains how and ami respectively. Now we'll think about dusra purush. So dusra purush stands for, the word itself says this, second person, not me, not the first person, it's the second person. That means the one in front of me, that is you. In English we call it as you. In Konkani we will say tu. It's not tu. There is a difference between tu and tu. The anuswar which is placed, the nasal part with respect to pronunciation, placed on this tu, makes a lot of difference. So when it is second person, then it is tu and not tu. It is tu. So this dusra purush, that is second person purush sarvanam category, if it is a male who pronounces it, then he will say tu. If it is trilingi, the one who is standing in front of me is feminine gender, then also we will say tu. There is no difference with respect to gender part, may it be male or female in front of me. When I am pointing out to the second person, I will say tu, for lady also and for gentleman. And alingi also. So if there is a tree in front of me, then, and if I am having I am doing conversation with tree, just we can imagine that I am talking to a tree, then I will say that tu. That so purushlingi, strilingi and alingi remains tu only. Similar is the case if it is to be taken into account with respect to plurality of it. So ekvachan is tu, and if it is bahuvachan, I have some five gentlemen in front of me, then also I will say to me. If somebody is talking to me, if he is a single person, then I will say tu. If they are more 4 or 5, then I will say to me. If they are ladies, then also I will say to me. If there are more trees, खूप झाडा, many trees, then also I will say to me. I will refer them as to me. So here also it remains same, tu and to me, the singular part and the plural part with respect to dusra purush of any gender, purushlingi, strilingi or alingi. Now comes the major and the most important part, that is tisra purush. This plays a key role with respect to purush sarvanam in Konkani language. So the person, non-Konkani person, if tries to speak in Konkani, he should be very much aware about these things. That is tisra purush when we are referring it to third person. Normally we say to. The third person is not me, not you, but the person who is standing much away from us. So that is to. So if that person is, the gender is purushling, then I will say to. If that gender of the person whom I am pointing is strilingi, then I will say ti. And if the gender of that, imagine that I am talking to a tree or I am referring to a tree which is much away from both of us, then I will say ten zhad. Ti bail means that lady, and to dadlo, that gentleman. Accordingly, if it is plural, then it gets changed. There are more 4 or 5 people standing and the gender is purushlingi, then I will say te dadle. If those are ladies, then I will refer as tyo bailo. Then it becomes tyo. In singular, it is ti, and in plural form, it is tyo. And if it is alingi, then ti. Here also, the anuswar on ti should be pronounced correctly. Otherwise, it becomes ti, and that is having some other meaning. So it should be pronounced as ti when it is alingi and bahuvachan. Te zhad, ti zhada, those trees. So these are the types of sarvanam, purush sarvanam. Here comes darshak sarvanam. But before that, I'll just brief you ki the types of pronouns now we have studied as purush sarvanam. It plays a key role when we are having conversation with somebody, because we have to refer them as tu, to, ti, te, tyo, and oneself as how or ami. So you have to give more stress learning purush sarvanam when it matters, because first person, second person and third person, you have to refer to somebody. So I hope that you will do exercise homework on this particular part of it, purush sarvanam. The remaining types of pronouns we'll deal with in the next sessions. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.